Welcome back to Inside the Box, where we talk about ways you can make money with the skills and tools you already have. Today, we're talking about farmers markets. This is a really fun side hustle for me as a teenager, and I'll share my experience of this at the end. But I wanted to let you know how you can get started with a farmer market in your area. First, you need something to sell, product or service. I'll share some things that I've sold in the past at the end of this video, so if you need some ideas, maybe that will help. The next thing you need is to find an event near you. So you're gonna Google things like vendor events near me, farmers markets near me, craft shows near me, bazaars near me. All those keywords really help when picking out your vendor events. Now, there is going to be a fee with a lot of these events. Sometimes you can find free events. I've seen them range anywhere from like $10 to $125, but usually it averages in the middle around $30, $45 for an event. So once you apply for an event and you pay your fee, you're also going to want to have a sales tax certificate so that you can pay taxes on the items you sell at the fair. So you can find that at the state tax commission's office, and that should not cost you anything. When I signed up for one, I ended up getting some scam letters in the mail asking me to pay for this or that, and so I called the tax commission office and I was like, am I supposed to pay? Like, I haven't even sold anything, I haven't made money yet, what is this? They're like, it's a scam. So your sales tax certificate should not cost you anything, but check with your state tax commissioner. So you're going to have your product to sell, you're going to sign up for your vendor event, pay your vendor event fees, and have that sales tax document. Now, there's just a few more upfront costs that you'll have, and that's just your display. You're going to want a nice folding table. I'll put an affiliate link in the description box below of the kind I use. I think it's called lifetime tables. I think that's what they're called. And then you're going to want a comfortable chair to sit in, but you're also going to want a canopy to shade yourself. And it's really important to have stakes or weights for your canopy because you never know when it's going to be windy. And that happened to me at a market once. The market was almost over, and out of nowhere, this little girl screams, "Tornado!" and she points, and there was this massive, it wasn't a tornado, but it was this massive dust devil coming right at us. And I was with my sister, Kendra Joy. You guys have seen her on this channel before, and if you haven't, go subscribe to her channel. But there was this massive dust devil that was coming straight towards us, and the people right next to us, they were, like, the market was almost over, so they were taking down their canopy, and so it was tipped, so it acted like this huge cell and just knocked into our canopy, and we didn't have stakes down because it hadn't been windy. It was just like the perfect day, so we didn't stake ours down, and we learned that the hard way. Thankfully, we caught it, but yeah, the dust devil just totally hit my sister and then dispersed. So in hindsight, it was really funny, but in the moment, it was like really like, ah! So make sure you buy weights or have stakes. I did just read on a vendor application that some areas don't let you stake in the ground, so weights are a good way to go. But I had to buy a new canopy this year because my old one got destroyed. I left it outside and the sprinklers hit it and made like a big pool of water and it tore. And anyway, I'm gonna pause this. I hear a train, so it's gonna be loud out here, but I want to show you guys the canopy that I just got for this farmer's market. Okay, so this is it. Something I just love about this is the ventilation system up here, so you don't feel all hot and stuffy underneath it. And then the other thing that's really cool about this canopy are the legs. My old canopy had the like holes in the buttons that you always pinch your fingers on and can never get, right? This one, you just pinch this little lever here and you can slide it up and down. It's really nice. So yeah, can definitely recommend this. I'll leave an affiliate link to this in the description box below. So you're gonna want just a nice canopy. And I went with this one too because it's white, and I know that there's a park near me. If I sign up to sell like a pop-up tent at that park, for some reason they want you to have a white tent, so I bought a white one. Sorry about the train, I'm losing sunlight, so I just have to hurry and finish filming this. So yeah, I'll leave a link to that canopy and the tables I use in the description box below, and I want to share with you what I have sold in the past at farmers markets. When I was a teenager, I sold soft caramels, like homemade caramels, and those sold in the summertime. You kind of think of that as a Christmas treat or wintry treat, but they sold really well in the summer. I had a samples dish out, which worked really great. So if you're selling baked goods, sample dishes are great. I did not own my own booth as a teenager. My mom and her friend went together on the vendor's fee to buy one booth, and then they sold some baked goods and they let me sell my caramels next to their stuff. So that's another tip. If those vendor fees, because we're here to make money, not spend money, right? And we're trying to do it with the things we already have. So if you have a friend who is also interested in a farmer's market, maybe go in on a booth with them, figure out how you can make that work, because then you can split the vendor fee, and it's easier to pay, and it's not as expensive. You know, if it was $40, now you're each paying $20 instead of the $40, which when you're trying to start out and you're trying to make every little bit of pennies counts. I Englished that wrong, but going in with a friend or family member is a great way to start. And then as an adult, my sister and I have gone into farmers markets and vendor events together. And something I enjoy selling are crafts versus like the baked goods. I don't have much confidence in that as an adult as I did as a youth, I guess. But something easy was I bought some composition notebooks, the mini kind, like the little small composition notebooks from Walmart. They come in a pack of 3. And then on Canva, and if you guys don't have Canva yet, I can leave an affiliate link to that in the description box below as well, because I use the free version, but you can make so many different designs, and I just printed it off on cardstock. So I had these little journals and I made covers for them that said gratitude journal, and I had like pretty leaves on the background, and then I printed them off and put like leaf stickers on them, and they were really cute, and those sold well. So like little journals. And I had a lot of people tell me like they were looking for notepads, like grocery list notepads that you like magnet onto your fridge, and then you can tear off the piece of paper, which you can make those by designing something really cute on Canva and then printing off your cute printing off your cute designs, compressing them together and putting like Mod Podge or glue on the end of them so it makes a pad. I don't know if that made sense. There's a bunch of YouTube videos out there to make notepads if you're interested in selling those. The other thing that was really fun to make were some birdseed jars. I saw this idea on YouTube, and I just had she used really cute mason jars, which would be cuter, but I didn't have that, and I make money with the skills and tools I already have. I had a bunch of leftover Alfredo jars, like the Prego Alfredo. I tend to keep those glass jars, and so I had a ton of them, and I printed off this really cute birdseed design. Like it had a picture of a bird with the like pretty cursive birdseed on it. And I'm pretty sure I got the design from the gal's YouTube tutorial. She shared it. And then I filled it up with birdseed. And on top, on the lid, I made a little bird's nest and put a fake bird on it. And I sold this around Christmas time. I did a fall event and a Christmas event, and I sold a lot more at the Christmas event. I had like big bows around the top of them, so it looked kind of decorative, so you could give it as a gift. So I sold a lot of those. My sister sold a lot of slime, and it was so funny because people either loved the slime or they hated it. They would walk by the booth and like buy a lot of it because they're like, oh, my kids love this stuff. Or they would walk by the booth and like be like, how dare you sell this? This gets in carpets and everything, and we hate this. So it was a love-hate thing, but she sold out. So that was a great thing to sell. Let's see. There was something else with the... Oh, I was going to say fall versus like your summer, your falls, and your Christmas fairs. I feel like if you're selling baked goods, this is just my opinion, if you're selling baked goods, they sell at every farmer's market. Or fresh foods or produce, you know, the farmer part of the farmer's market. They can sell all year long. If you're selling physical products, unless they really solve someone's problem or need in the summertime, you are going to make most of your sales at Christmas events because people are buying for gifts. And just because it's a Christmas event doesn't mean you have to like Christmas theme all your stuff. Like, you don't have to have Santa Claus and reindeers and snowmen on everything. You just need something that someone would love to give as a gift for Christmas, or something you'd like to receive as a gift. And if you think about gifts you've received, they probably haven't, you've opened the Christmas package, but in the box probably isn't something Santa Claus or snowman or penguin related. You know, it might be a cute carving with a picture of your family or something like that, you know. So people were gifting the birdseed jars. They weren't really Christmas related, but they were a good gift to someone who likes birds. Something I've bought from a farmer's market was a carved bear, and I bought that in the summertime for a Christmas gift for someone. And with that carved wooden bear, I commissioned we commissioned my brother to laser a family photo into it. Sorry about the traffic. So that's just kind of been my experiences with farmers markets. They're really fun for me. I have not made a ton of money with them. I know some people get way more into them than I do. Like, if you spend time and effort and figure out your customers, I bet you could do really well. The trick with the farmer's market versus like selling online, which is other side hustles I've tried, is that customer base. When you're selling online, you can use keywords and your search engine optimization, your SEO, to find people across the world who are looking for the item you're selling. Versus when you're at a farmer's market, you kind of just get who you get. And you might have a great product, but your audience isn't there. So that's where it's kind of tough. But if you can figure out your audience before you go, I think you'll have a lot of success. And yeah, just make sure you stake down your canopies, guys, and subscribe to this channel and hit that like button, and I will catch you in my next video.